see they shine so bright. Oh, remember dancing in the moonlight up until the sunrise. Strobe lights glaring oh so bright. Kati kati ya July, ya July, ya July, ya July, skin to skin, follow the beat the whole night. Oh, we'd be disco queens, but that was way before our time. Our life is ours, so we take it. So let's run naked, paint the city pink. We deserve to take it. Let's get our lick back, fight the system, we can break it. Chase our dreams until we make it. Dancing in the moonlight up until the sunrise. Strobe lights glaring oh so bright. Kati kati ya July, ya July, ya July, ya
Kuna watu hatari wenye mapenzi zenye serikali. Letu nalo linajua kali, penzi letu serikali. Wajua na kupenda malaika.
so cuckoo 'cause I love you. I'm going cuckoo, so cuckoo 'cause I love you. I'm going cuckoo, so cuckoo 'cause I love you. I'm going cuckoo, let's see shuku I love you. to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Monday edition of the Power Morning Drive Show with me, Wanyoike. It has been such a while, I have to say. Nimekuwa nimewamiss sana, but we are here now, cruising all the way, nice and easy, till 10 in the a.m. Kama kawaida, you know where you can get us. Get us on our socials, Power Radio, across all platforms. We are also streaming a lot across all those platforms. Talk about YouTube. Please subscribe while you're at it. You can also find us on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. If you want to get at me directly, you can tweet at me also. I am at the Wanyoike as well. And ndio tuweze kubongeshana. You can also text, call in, or voice note us on our line 0748-379-231 as we get the show rolling. Alrighty. Now, today, let me just give you a couple of what to expect. We start off, of course, with the day's traffic updates. Got to let you know what is happening on the roads of Nairobi this morning. And then we'll get into our newspaper review, kama kawaida. Then later on, I am joined by the one, the only lawyer, Dorah. She has such an intense and I think amazing platform called Let's Talk Law KE. Really pretty much what she's doing is that she's created a technology bridge, to bridge the knowledge gap between legal awareness and everything law in Kenya. And so we are going to be having a conversation with her live and direct. She's already with me in studio, so stick around for that kind of conversation much later on as we find out the amazing work that she's doing on that platform, and also how you can get yourself involved and get yourself plugged into that kind of conversation. All right, cool. Now let's get into the traffic update, and let me start off with Thika Road, kama kawaida, and I can see it's looking very busy this morning. Traffic starts all the way from Garden City Mall, making your way towards town. Same situation also happening along Kiambu Road, from DCI going towards Nairobi. Same situation as well. I can see Limuru Road is not looking too bad this morning, actually. Just a little bit of a snarl up there as you make your way towards the Karura Forest Gate A, just from the United Nations Avenue area. Let me see what's happening. Oh, there's also just a little bit of a snarl up there from the Red Hill Link Road as you leave Gashie, that intersection from Nyari as well. Things are looking busy. Peponi Road, absolutely chaotic this morning. Traffic starts building up all the way from the Ankole Grill in Kitsuru down towards the Westgate Mall as well. Lower Kabete Road is not looking any better as well. It's the same situation also happening along that road. Again, Red Hill Link Road, as you make your way towards the Wayaki Way, is looking bad. And also the spillover happens at James Gishuru Road as you make your way towards the Lavington Mall. Absolute madness this morning. Let me see what's happening on Gong Road. And yes, same situation as you would expect. Traffic builds up all the way from the Junction Mall. The spillover starts just a little bit from the Riruta Naivas supermarket as you make your way towards the Naivasha Road. Then there's a little bit of a spillover into Ngong Road, all that way towards the Prestige Plaza and all that jazz. Let me look at what's happening on the other side. Langata Road this morning is looking quite busy. The madness starts just immediately you leave Galleria Mall as you make your way towards Uhuru Garden. All that stretch is looking chaotic. It's an absolute nightmare as well. There's also a little bit of a spillover from the T Mall roundabout, making your way towards Riara University. Then it clears out after that. So you guys along Raila Odinga Road, just watch out for that as well. Mombasa Road is looking like mayhem as well this morning. Same situation also happening from the Next Gen Mall down towards Capital Center. Oh my goodness, there's nothing clear to see beyond that. This is absolutely crazy. Kumeshikana bumper to bumper. Let me see what's happening along the Eastern Bypass Road. And nothing new. There's also traffic on that way. Also Embakasi, as you make your way towards the Cabanas bus stop, things are looking absolutely crazy as well. Jogoo Road pia kumeshikana. Outer Ring is also not viable this morning, so please, if you can, just chill and you will be out of the woods. Make sure you do that as well. But in case you're where you are, na sijasema, in case of any incidents wherever you are, kindly do let us know. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. Let me take a quick breather. We come back and we get into what has been making the news headlines. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
She says she's okay. I don't believe her. There's just something about the way she turned her back on me. I know in my mind I'll never leave her. There's just something about the way we love each other right. And even though we fight all night and day, I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even though we need a little break, I know that you'll come back to me. You know that I'll come back to you. 'Cause that's when you'll start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it. That's when you start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it.
Usiponipenda nitapendwa na nani? Nitakuwa mgeni wa nani? Ukiwa mbali nami nabaki tabani. Ona nahisi kisirani, hawa haina maana. Nina wewe kuzozana, mbona tunasimangana? Hatuwezi semezana, my love, haina maana. Nina wewe kuzozana, mbona tunasimangana? Hatuwezi semezana.
And even though we fight all night and day,
I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even though we need a break, I know that you come back to me. And you know that I come back to you. And that's when you start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it. That's when you start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it.
and even if we fight all night and day, I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even if we need a little break, I know that you come back to me. You know that I'll come back to you. And that's when you start to feel my love.
The bigger the cream, the sweeter the juice. You have to be A
kuchafulia meza. Baby girl umependeza, umependeza. Unakaa tu base, forehead imeweza. Leo na kuchafulia meza.
Why lie? Uki pass by, dopamine rush, unanipa good high. So high, by this July, need a prophet, juu I'ma be your guy. Unaficha figa na body shape, ninaficha forehead na izingeba. Insecurities are tuleta together.
Nameless kina nani
I like East African girls. Why lie on the waist? Give you the world. Na forehead zimetesa.
Baby girl umependeza, umependeza. Unakaa tu base, forehead imeweza. Leo na kuchafulia meza. Baby girl umependeza, umependeza. Unakaa tu base, forehead imeweza. Leo na kuchafulia meza. African girl, African girl. Oh la la la, huyo dem namuona, she doing her thing. Oh la la la, sita slicky, I think I'm about to win. And that body, one of a kind, that body, and nobody like an African girl body. I like East African girls, I like hella curves, I like 40 kisses, just like you deserve. I like baby girl umependeza, umependeza. Unakaa tu base, forehead imeweza. Leo na kuchafulia meza. Baby girl umependeza, umependeza. Unakaa tu base, forehead imeweza. Leo na kuchafulia meza. African girls, I like hella curves, I like 40 kisses, just like you deserve. I like East African girls, I like hella curves, I like 40 kisses, just like you deserve. I like African girls. I go by the name of Kevin Mungai. East African girls. East African forehead to the world.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Genge jina ni bamba mbaya. Yani mziki yani ukisikia ni muziki sijui aje. Mkanipige ndugu kiasi. Watu mnajua ni aje? Kitu yoyote taambia leo mtanijibu tu. Maisha yangu tamu siku hizi naendarukia mbaya, lakini mama kituliza kabla bombe niwe tabidi mwacha kabisa ama naanze kuikunywa. Ona venywele zangu zimerefuka mpaka ataniambia zipunguze. Walikuwa na furaha nimeacha ngoma sababu nimepotea. Ngoma ni mingi, ngoma si na zote zikopoa kama mtelemekiwa mnazi ama imegusiwa. Kengo mina kubamba basi ukatike neke na kushika songeze sauti ya tenze. Chukua chali yako, chukua manzi yako, mweke karibu sitoke naye. Leo hata sitaki tupe mkono juu mimi nipigishie tu kichwa yako. Sitaki ukatike sana mpaka uvunje mguu, nisaidie tu kuimba. Watu jana walinishike kabidi nimwachia yao. Best yangu akaanza kubishana nao, akanamazishwa na mambao. Itali yangu jisikia manene ya watu wana huruma hata. Juzi gari ya mafuta ikaanguka, so naangalia watu wakiva. Na machoma kila mali, kachumbari poa lakini ongeze kichungu. Wale wameponea wapeleke hosi watatibiwa na madaktari. Hao wengine wakuja job wanasema leo hajamaliziwa ile ganzi yao. Usipotibiwa sai utaona tu maisha yako kikwata. Lakini sio na wasiwasi, tarudi tu baada ya madakika. Hebu niambie upande mwingine ni kupoa ama ni kubaya hivi? Kumetulia ama watu wanaungua ama watu wanaiva hivi? Nasikia raha so wamechanuka siku hizi, ngoma mbazi siku hizi. Hata pia nasikia raha unaweza chinjia manzi siku hizi, hata kani mzee wako. Kabla niende kumuona lazima nipige nguo basi nzipake mafuta, na hakikishe ngoza safi na kasi matao mfukoni nikiwa na ganzi. Hata leo lazima nijukana nipenda sana ama labda ananichukia. Lazima nijukata za misha yote ama tayekelea. Akikataa nachana naenda kutafuta mwingine msupa tu, na najua tapata. Kiswahili yangu ni mambo yote hapa, kuna cha lugha. After hiyo tunakuta vitu mcha tunatulia.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Pawa Radio.
Kuna rumba ya Juja, nani ya maboy. Ukisaka mitumba, nenda rumba ya Toy. Kuna rumba ya Kibich, utajua ujui. Kuna rumba for all niggas, ila rumba Japani. Kuna rumba ya State House, iko chini ya maji. Kuna rumba ya bunge, ya majambazi. Ukileta ujinga, utalala ndani. Kuna rumba for all you niggas, lakini rumba Japani ndio rumba. Hapa ni wapi? Tumezungukwa na shisha na shashamani. Oh no, pocho na vinywaji mbalimbali. Wengine wanatapika wakizirai. Hapa ni wapi? Wanatuona mapicha ni paparazi. Tumezungukwa na warembo geti kali. Tunazitoka na style za kizamani.
Kuna rumba ya westi, ya mabesi, wa mashanane, sheki ya westi. Rumba ni nyepesi, isikuwe kesi. Kuna rumba for all my niggas, ila rumba Japani ndio rumba.
Kuna rumba Karura, ya kupanda miti. Ukiwa kwenange, hakunanga risiti. Rumba Oyole, hiyo ni ya Mangwati. All of my hoes and all of my niggas, rumba Japani, no rumba. Hapa ni wapi? Tumezungukwa na mabausa kama chwani. Kuna mapedi, mapoko, pia mapichi. Na wanaseti michele kwenye vinywaji. Hapa ni wapi? Kuna visanga vioja mahakamani. Wapenzi wapigana mate hadharani. Wengine wanatekana nyuma ya taksi.
turua Dokida bilambuda Diriyo manyata Yawu wako wakala Tonyiwa undiso wabunja Kuna rumba for all you niggas Lakini rumba Japani Yo rumba wameleta utiaji wakafungia wakubwa nje ya pati wakaachia ofisi wafanyi kazi
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back. That is Rumba Japani by Soul Generation. It's playing right here on Power Radio. Karibu sana. We are still cruising nice and easy on the Power Morning Drive Show. Now we get into what has been making headlines, and we start off with the Standard newspaper. And on top of the paper, I can see when citizens borrow to buy food. That's a story that the Standard has highlighted on the top cover of its page this morning. Kenyans now borrow more than 13 billion a month from digital lenders, mostly to put food on the table. It's a stark picture of a nation struggling to survive, with families left juggling empty plates and even empty wallets. A story that continues on page 5 of the Standard newspaper. We also have a story here on costly swindle. Kenyan taxpayers now face the risk of a 10 billion penalty after a cancelled dam contract turned sour. British firm GBM Engineering has petitioned River Tana, a project meant to has petitioned authorities, saying it was cheated out of a deal to finance and build the Grand Falls Dam on River Tana, a project meant to boost Kenya's power supply. The deal signed under former President Uhuru Kenyatta was scrapped in July, but the Ruto administration now plans to revive the project with a different contractor, raising fresh trouble. That is as far as the Standard newspaper goes on the cover page. Let's see what's on the cover page of the Daily Nation. And this, they are leading with the CSX spy master and 10 billion shilling homeowners in distress. It's a scandal. In 2014, Deliverance Church clerics informed the congregation during a service in Nairobi about a potential land investment. Prospective investors bought into the project, paid at least 2.5 million for 8-acre plots, and built their dream houses on the land in Ruiru, Kiambu. But a decade later, they are staring at huge losses after a court ruled their title deeds are fraudulent, since the land belongs to the family of former spy chief James Kanyotu. But that's a story that continues on page 2 and 3. We also have a story on page 6. Matiang'i takes on Ruto as 2027 rivalry escalates. We have a story on Kenya's Golden Stars conquer the Berlin Marathon on page 38. Corruption proceeds. Obado allies lose 500 million Kenya shillings property. And then last but not least, Kenya completes historic gold sweep from 800 meters to marathon, with Kenyan track queens completed a remarkable sweep of world titles, with their compatriot putting the icing on the cake by winning the men's 800 meters race to place Kenya second in the medal standings after the United States at the Global Athletics Championships that closed yesterday in Tokyo, Japan. And I think something I would like to talk more about. Kongole Team Kenya, well done. Just from the big winners from this Kenyan Kenyan marathon winners. We have Perez Jepchirchir got a gold from that marathon. We also have Beatrice Chebet. She won the 5,000 meters and then 10,000 meters gold as well. Of course, Faith Kipiegon, the 1,500 meters. Faith Cherotich scooped that one for the 3,000 meters steeplechase. We have Emmanuel Wanyoike, 800 meters. And Lilian Odira, 800 meters. Kongole, Team Kenya. It's always really good to see what Kenyan athletes do for the country and just for placing us in a very nice place. And of course, there has to be conversations again around how do we ensure that we make athletics more of a smooth project in Kenya. You know, we've had many conversations about how they are not, the living standards are not up to par. When you look at how they go to different countries, the kind of hotels and living conditions that they are put in, it's really never quite something that sits well with us. And of course, most conversations definitely have to go around what can we do to ensure that, yes, given the fact that with what they have, they are able to do what they can. It means that if we can invest more in our athletes, in our athletes, it means that it would guarantee more results, better results to that effect as well. And then, of course, the conversation doesn't just stop at the athletics, side of things. If you want to streamline one sport, it means that football also kind of makes it to the chart. And so we also have to start questioning what are we doing in terms of creating avenues and creating smooth operations for our sportsmen, generally. So it's really not about athletics. I think because we already have this kind of we've created a rhythm and a pattern, and of course Team Kenya is known for their incredible work. I mean, we just have some illustrious athletes in this country, but I do think with the same amount of investment, we can for sure standardize our other areas. We can streamline how we do sporting, for whether it's football, basketball, baseball. I think we can. And yeah, I mean, we are winning gold on the global level, so that's something that is something that we have to absolutely celebrate, and of course recognize them for their efforts. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of training that goes on into that. I think they train on a daily. I don't think they are ever off the track, training for the next and the next and the next. So Kongole Team Kenya, and we look forward to the day that we will get more conversations. We'll start having more and deeper conversations about how do we ensure that the rest of our sporting men and women are taken care of and are taken care of well and good. And on our last conversation, the one that I want us to talk about is the story that has been highlighted on page 5 of the Standard newspaper. It's a rather sad story. Tough times force Kenyans to borrow to eat, guys. Kenyans are borrowing, according to the paper, more than 13 billion Kenya shillings per month from digital lenders, much of which goes to food. This paints a picture of a cash-strapped population that cannot make ends meet. This revelation by the Digital Financial Services Association of Kenya shows the extent to which majority of the population is oscillating between empty wallets and empty plates. DFSAK chairperson Kevin Mutiso says the 13 billion Kenya shillings advanced monthly, I beg your pardon, which translates to 433 million daily, is by the 40 registered members of the association. Mutiso says most borrowers tapping into the facilities do so largely by consumption. And I quote, "Our data indicates that Kenyans are borrowing around 13 billion every month from various digital lending platforms. Most of this is going towards buying food and other basic needs for their families," he said during the National Credit Market Convention in Naivasha on Friday. This data mirrors another report by the CBK that details how borrowers are unable to repay small loans borrowed from digital credit providers. The report by the Central Bank of Kenya indicates that loans of 1,000 and below had a non-performing loan ratio of 83.1% as at June this year, which means that, again, the conversation is that we according to the CBK, really, they're saying that we must come to terms with the fact that both the rich and poor have really been put in a fix. You can see the most Kenyans are on the verge of desperation financially, and many small borrowers are resorting to Shylocks or borrowing from various financial entities, and the conversation continues. And it's a very sad state of affairs to think that this is what we are plunging into as a nation. When you have some very staggering a staggering amount like 13 billion Kenya shillings per month, first of all, loans. And not just loans to invest or put it in an investment or a money market fund, but to taking a loan to fund your basic needs, food and all these other things, basic needs, basically. It is telling, as you've heard from what the Standard newspaper is saying, that it's telling because I think for the longest time we've really been talking about the economy being at a crunch time. But hearing it done in this way, like putting context to what it actually means to live in an economy that is on the decline, I think creates even a more clearer picture of what exactly we are dealing with here as a nation. And so I tend to think there's this guy I have been seeing on Instagram. He's been breaking down what our money, the money that we keep saying that we are losing, what it can do. Like the latest one, he's been looking at what 1 billion shillings can do. And I think the latest one, he said that it can build up to 30,000 boreholes, if I'm not wrong. And so we come into a crossroads as a country where we're constantly talking about a nation where we lose 2 billion shillings every single day due to corruption. Mind you, this is only 2 billion shillings that has been accounted for. We do not know the ones that have not been accounted for, right? Then, in the same nation that you want us to purportedly believe that is a poor nation, it's the same one that corruption continues day in, day out. We have systems that are not working. On top of systems not working, now people are forced to borrow so that they can at least place food on their table. And you want me to believe that Kenya is a poor country, but we are just not. It's not making sense. You cannot make it make sense to me. 13 billion Kenya shillings being borrowed monthly by Kenyans. If you do that math, that 2 billion Kenya shillings that we are losing every single day, it can cover a very good systems around us, because the high cost of living, of course, the first bit of it is usually how do we ensure that we are taking good care of our families, right? So the math is not mathing. It's very sad that we've gotten to that place where now on a national level we borrow so that we can run our own basic and domestic operations. Like by the time that the government of Kenya is borrowing to get us roads, by the time the government of Kenya is borrowing to get us, dams, a school, health, for example, public health, now it has spilled over to actually the home, because what happens is that when the cusp starts on a national level, it means that it trickles down. So because we are the taxpayers' money, or rather the taxpayers are the ones that are being taxed heavily, it means that there has to be an extra cost to go the extra mile so that you can cover and make up for those high taxations that we are being penalized every now and then. And so it really is a dire situation. I honestly would not want to panic because this is what we call budgeted corruption. The secondly, it's a system that we've invised, and I keep saying that, lack and scarcity is a very man-made idea. I do not want to sit here and say that Kenya is a poor country. It's just that we have misplaced priorities with the money that we get and the money that we inject in a country. And we've seen it. The other week, delegates were shocked at, how Ethiopia is developing and how brilliantly they are doing their projects. They have they have their own power right now, and they did not even take a loan to finance that. Then you look at Kenya, looking at our GDP, and you wonder, what exactly are we doing, right? So it's really a matter of misplaced priorities, and it's so sad. It's really disheartening to hear those kind of numbers being crushed there about what Kenyans need to do to just put something as basic as food on the table. I mean, nobody should have to go through loaning their stomachs. But enough of that. Let me jump into a quick break. When we come back, we will start off with our discussion this morning. I am joined by lawyer Dorah. We are going to be having a conversation about the incredible work that she's doing to bridge the legal awareness knowledge gap with her online, with her platforms rather, everything about Let's Talk Law. Coming up next in a few. For now, let's jump into some music, some Dumbala on the way as well. So do keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
My name is Kolo, yeah. Naitwa Kolo. STL Mimo, let's go.
Flozz na wewe, kani picha piga pose na wewe, mtaani wako ita boss na wewe, I will always do you right. Flozz na wewe, kani picha piga pose na wewe, mtaani wako ita boss na wewe, I will always do you right.
The most extravagant and elegant night of your life. I'll be your usher, yeah, you like it my way, cause I'm right. I'll never do you wrong, and even though I might accept my apology in advance without a fight. Okay, magaga na upo asha odaka skuma, so hii wiki si tuko sawa, ugali na pia nyumba, mziki pia ni bumba, talanta aina domba, sakata rumba na kaina bamba, kidole tagomba, watani cross na wewe, dos na wewe, niringe kata usi na ni floss na wewe, usijali mini performer na nina mic moja, ngoja uone vile nina show na wewe.
Flozz na wewe, kani picha piga pose na wewe, mtaani wako ita boss na wewe, I will always do you right.
Hey. I don't know if you feel the same way that I do, cause I feel like my heart is pumping harder around you. So tell me, is it me you wanna be with? Please don't leave me hanging out. Oh my baby, come and meet me downtown, cause I'm done. Gotta make my number one. I don't want no other one. Up all night we see the sun, but I beat the beat goes on. Can't get over you, love you long time, yeah, dabadu. Kwangu wesi bronze, wala silver, labda dhahabu.
Flozz na wewe, kani picha piga pose na wewe, mtaani wako ita boss na wewe, I will always do you right. Early morning when I wake up, it's only you I seem to think about. You're my sunshine I'm longing for. Flozz na wewe, kani picha piga pose na wewe, mtaani wako ita boss na wewe, I will always do you right. Flozz na wewe, kani picha piga pose na wewe, mtaani wako ita boss na wewe, I will always do you right.
Shooby-dooby-dabba-doo.
Flozz,
Be my baby.
Flozz na wewe,
Shooby-dooby-dabba-doo.
piga pose na
My name is Polo.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Umetuma wazazi wako waje wanieleze, umetuma wazazi wako waje wanieleze, unitaki tena na mashoga zako waje waniambie, na mashoga zako waje waniambie, ndoa tumeivunja. Siamini kuna time singeishi bila wewe, mapenzi ya kukata na shoka yashamwagika yazoleki yao, basi nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama. Penzi unaenda nilikupenzi kinoma noma, yashamwagika yazoleki yao, nenda lote mama.
Ukatuma loya wako ate anisome, ukatuma loya wako ate anisome, kuwa watoto ulonizalia kuwa watoto ulonizalia sitawaona tena. Kanisani kwa chanda na pete jasha mwagika yazoleki yao, nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama. Penzi unaenda nilikupenzi kinoma noma, jasha mwagika yazoleki yao, nenda lote mama. Ukatuma pasta wako aje anikeme, ukatuma pasta wako aje anikeme mama, na madeni zangu kazitangaza na madeni zangu kazitangaza mitandaoni shemeji zangu ndugu zako tukionana, wambie sisi bado rafiki wasinipite barabarani mama umeenda lote mama, umeenda lote mama. Penzi unaenda penzi kinoma noma, yashamwagika yazoleki yao, basi nenda lote mama, nenda lote mama. Penzi unaenda penzi kinoma noma, yashamwagika yazoleki yao, nenda lote mama, mama, nenda lote mama.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is Nenda Lote, Sauti Soul. It's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show with me and Wanyoike. And now, I'm so stoked and a little starstruck because the superstar in the building is here. She is with us. We are going to talk all things Let's Talk Law and everything in between. So allow me to allow my guest to introduce herself. It's really good to see you. It's good to have you with us. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time, and thank you for joining Power Radio this morning.
Thank you so much, Anne.
Yeah, karibu sana. So for the one or two people who live under a rock,
the very few people
who are doing a disservice of not knowing who you are, kindly introduce yourself and tell us just a little bit about who you are and the work that you do.
Oh, thank you, Anne. Well, first of all, it's me who's Star Trek. I'm on radio. Hi, Mom. Hi, guys.
Mama, I made it.
Hey.
This is your camera. Look at them in the eye.
Number in a change immediately.
Red card pia.
Thank you. Yesterday's price is not today's
price. Correct.
Lakini kwa machache, I'm advocate Dorah Msengeti, of course, wakili, and then I'm also the founder of a virtual firm called Msengeti Advocates. We do a lot of training, compliance, and things like those. And then I'm also the founder of a digital platform called Let's Talk Law Kenya.
Yeah.
And here we share legal insights, we simplify the law, and it's been running since about 2020, 2021. And the biggest platform right now is on X with about 13,000 followers.
Yes.
And then...
Superstar.
I'm trying.
Superstar.
And then now on Instagram and on TikTok, now I'm growing the platforms as well.
Yeah.
So... that's, I think, me in a nutshell, being modest.
Just being modest. Okay, so let's get to know the lawyer before we get to talk about your work that you do. Is there something that I could look back to your childhood and perhaps how you grew up that would essentially lead me up to knowing that indeed she was going to end up undoubtedly become an advocate and a lawyer? Yeah.
Yes. There are one or two things.
Okay.
Depending on who you ask.
Depending on who we're speaking for.
Depending on who you're speaking to.
Yeah.
So if you ask like my teachers in primary school, they will tell you that there is no composition or insha I wrote that did not have an advocate. They didn't have to be in court in that story, but there would be an advocate for some reason in that story, even if they were in a bush. So that's clue number one. I didn't even know what an advocate does. If you asked me, advocate, I would have just looked at you and said, advocate. And now as I grew up, as I kept growing up, I went to high school and I had a few not so great experiences there. Yeah, hiyo ni story ya siku ingine. Ilikuwa mwalimu wa CU actually. Imagine. So one or two things here. Those are things I think I'll talk about later in a starter series called Healing in Hills.
Okay.
But a couple of things happened here and there that I didn't quite understand. So now when I came to uni, I had this sense of wanting justice, especially for children. So the idea was I was really keen on how can I get it to a point where we at least even have counselors in schools for our children. Because our children go through so much. Some come from families that are crazy. And if they can come to a different environment where someone can hear them out, where someone can talk to them and tell them you're not crazy, and I can help you this way so that you still stay focused in school and things like that.
Yeah.
So thinking that way, it got me thinking, how can I make this happen?
Yeah.
And that coupled with my dad said, you can't do medicine.
You wanted to do
or
medicine?
Interior design.
Okay. You wanted to?
I thought about it.
Okay.
I think it was more of those of you see like you can get the grades, you can qualify, and then you see everyone doctor nini.
Yes.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, I didn't really have that drive or passion of I want to heal people and what. So it would have been just because I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So I was steered by God and by people towards doing law. And I'll not lie to you. When I went in and started, I wasn't really feeling it.
Okay.
Because I think what I was looking for, I couldn't see it or feel it in the lectures. I was like, how is this going to lead me to helping children? make it make sense.
Yeah.
But as I went on and got exposed to more of my colleagues, and also some lecturers were really good. I'll give a shout out to Mr. Danstan Omari. He was my lecturer at Choir, and I think, was it third year or fourth year? I took an elective with him, and it was called Rights of the Child. And I was like, okay, maybe I think we are somewhere along what I want to do. And he was very passionate when he would talk about rights of children. And when I did my project, it was actually on children and the rights of orphans and vulnerable children. He was my project overseer supervisor, gave me an A. Thank you, Mr. Dunstan. But it reignited that passion, and I found purpose again in why I'm doing law. So once graduated, I was like, nice, we're going to go to School of Law. We're going to do 1, 2, we finish quickly, and then now we get to the children. Oh, shock.
Shock on thee.
Shock on myself when I went to School of Law, bro. Yo.
Yeah.
It started out well. You know, you do your 1 year, and then you do your 6 months pupillage, you do your exams, and you go.
Yeah.
So in that 1 year, when we were nearing to do our final exams, I got ill.
Oh.
And I was in hospital for like about 3 or so weeks. And you know, the one where they're injecting your spine and removing fluid every other day.
Man, yeah.
So when I came out, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're good now.
We're good now. Yeah.
So when I came out of there, it was just like a couple of weeks to exams. So I was not in like operating at optimum. When you did the papers, I had 4 papers to redo. I redid them the next year, passed 3, was left with 1 called criminal litigation. I know some people can relate.
Yeah.
It took me another 4 years just to be done with that 1 paper.
Yikes.
Thank you so much, Kenya School of Law. I appreciate you.
And during that time,
oh my God,
then now comes the birth and the genesis of Let's Talk Law. So I'm just curious, what moment or experience made you realize that you needed to create Let's Talk Law, and hence the genesis of the platform?
So for one, I think at the back of my mind, I knew that I'm going to start Let's Talk Law as a podcast at that time.
Okay.
And then through that now, bring awareness to now the children and the need for counselors and whatnot. But when I started, podcast haikuwezekana. So also, I had a problem even while in school. I found that when you go there, yes, they're lecturers, yes, you're taught, but it's more of, this is what you need to know so that you can go and graduate, so that you can go to the next level, so that you be a lawyer. And there were not very many instances, opportunities, and people who inspired passion to go out there and not just do the usual drone work, paperwork, and just to actually go out there and seek ways to make a difference in the profession. And with that, I said, one of the things I used to struggle with even when in school is that things seemed so technical. Like it wasn't explained in a way that seemed like there was purpose behind it, other than learn this, do your exam, and go and be a lawyer. So I said, let me start by simplifying the law and the basics, just like I would for myself, so that even more people can understand. Because I wasn't getting, why are my peers outside here who haven't studied law not aware of the laws of their own country that affect them every day? And so that's how we started simplifying and doing little templates, little slides, little tidbits, and informing people just as I would like to be informed.
Right.
Yes.
So the main reason as to why you started Let's Talk Law is not just bridging the gap,
but also to make people aware of the laws that affect them, because the law is a daily thing.
Yes.
And it affects.
How so?
Oh, it affects almost every facet of our lives, really. When you wake up, when you leave, even just as you leave, where you're living, you probably have a tenancy agreement. When you leave the house, there are traffic laws that apply, whether you're a pedestrian or someone who's driving. When you get to your place of work, you probably have an employment contract. You probably have occupational safety and health regulations. You probably have policies and sexual. So everywhere you go, from the time you start your day to the day you finish, you have interacted with different legal touch points, whether you realize it or not.
Correct.
So even it applies when you're out here complaining, oh, our government, oh, our taxes, but you don't know how to go about it. the law and knowing it gives you a tool on how you can hold these people accountable. So it empowers people to stop being helpless, to stop just being here at your place of work or in a matatu saying, hey, the way things are going, or the way this politician, no, now you know, actually, this is how they're supposed to conduct themselves. This is what they're supposed to do according to this law, according to the Constitution. So you know that I can go to the office, I can go online, I can go somewhere and tell them, why aren't you doing this as per the law that mandates you to do so?
Correct.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about platforming and how you came across, or rather how you came to deciding the tools that you use for the work that you do. Why social media? Why the tech space? Why the digital space? It could have been any other. Could have been, I don't know, road shows on matatu.
Ningekuwa na kikao
You
somewhere
get
hapo.
exactly, yeah. But why did you choose the tools that you decided to choose as your bridge?
I think the most obvious one is that, number one, it was very readily and easily accessible to me, just as it would be to everyone else who interacts with what I have shared. So the ease of access and ease of use as well.
Right.
With the digital platforms and also social media, you get to reach very many people at once. Because remember, I was just doing it alone. I'm one person. I do the research. I do the designing of the graphics that you see.
Yourself?
Myself.
Wow.
I learned from scratch.
Oh, wow.
Because when I was first starting out and I realized I couldn't start with the podcast, I had to find other ways.
Okay.
So I went to Instagram and I started doing slides. So that's how I started learning how to do them, how to sieve information and only put the important bits.
Yeah.
Because I'm someone who wants to tell you from before the beginning
A
to after
Z,
it ends.
to the B's, to the Y's.
And everything there in between.
Yeah.
So it taught me how to just sieve, how to get to the main points, how to share exactly what is needed and for what purpose.
Right.
By the way, those skills
Yeah.
came and later on translated into business development skills and digital branding and content skills, which now even give me money here and there.
Okay.
Working with corporates and individuals.
Okay.
So that was a bonus.
Okay.
So as we went on that way, I realized people are actually receptive because, again, no one else was doing it at that time. Not in Kenya.
This is how many years
This
back?
was in 2021.
Right. So
Yes.
you have like a good 4 years experience in this.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one was doing it in Kenya, East Africa, and I want to say actually the whole of Africa. Go back that time and see who was sharing legal information.
Right.
So it was very new, but it was a lot of work. However, at the time, I enjoyed it because I was not done with School of Law yet, and there were not that many responsibilities there. So I had time to learn, to grow. And now I said, instead of trying to get a podcast going, I don't have the resources. Instead of trying to team up with people, I'm not known yet. I'm not even sworn in as an advocate yet. Let me just try with whatever is available. And the good thing with the digital and social media platforms, you can scale. So as one person, I can reach very many people and I can scale organically and continue to grow. So those are the main points, the main things that got me to trying out the digital platforms for sharing legal information.
Wow. Yeah. And the reception has been...
It's mixed.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
It's mixed.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to hear, especially from the youth. Yeah.
So actually from the youth, it's been very encouraging because you can see that there's such a thirst for that information.
Okay.
Because more and more youth want to know how these systems we have in our country and institutions work as they are now, how they are supposed to work as per law, and how to make them work the way they're supposed to using the tools given to us by law. So those three things, when you address them, you have the attention of the youth because they're looking for ways to make things better and to change things.
Has there been a shift? So 2021, let's say, been between 2021 and 2024 before maandamano, and after 2024, the Gen Z revolution, have you sort of seen a change and a shift in terms of the thirst becoming more and more increased?
Yes,
yeah,
definitely. Before, when I would talk about laws touching on matters, governance, politics, it was just like, okay, thank you, nice to know.
Cute.
Yeah. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But now, especially around the time of maandamano last year, things
blew up.
Things blew up so much I had to put my account on pause.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why? The DMs were flowing in, or
Not even
what?
that. You find that the attention is coming from all quarters.
What does that mean?
You have the public, you have the youth, you have those who want this information, and you have those who don't want this
You are
information
suffering
out
from
there.
success. So it's what is suffering from success, basically. Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So the ones who do not want this information there have ways to fight you digitally. Yes.
So this is cyberbullying. Did you go through that as well?
Very little.
Okay,
But
okay.
what I did face
Yeah.
was more what you can't see. I came to learn later. This year, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Last year, time of Mandamano, I was sharing a lot about the rights you have to go and fight for, what you're actually advocating for by rejecting the finance bill. I was highlighting the KRA and how they keep coming to want to take your data, how they were doing so in the finance bill, how they've been doing it before the finance bill. I was talking about the health laws. I had spent a good couple of months earlier in the year just going through the health laws and the new health laws for the SHA SHIF and how they infringe on a number of our very fundamental rights and freedoms. So leading up to that time, there's a lot I had been highlighting. And, you know, people were really, really firing up on the X platform. So there were also a lot of eyes from, you know, those people on that platform. So I found that there were subtle attacks on the page and the content that I didn't quite understand at that time. The reach kept fluctuating, and also I qualified to be paid by the X platform. They told me, we won't pay you because there's a lot of bot activity on your account. It's like, bot, I'm literally the only one. So I didn't understand.
Right.
I put my account on pause, especially when people were walikuwa nakujiwa kwa manyumba. I say, hey, how do I fight these people? Just me alone. If they come for me in this house, people will not hear from me again.
Correct.
So I paused. Now, for about a year, actually for more than a year since then, I would not post any original content because I would do threads dissecting laws, and I stopped. I would only repost people, and very carefully. So fast forward to August this year. Last year, I had done like a complete breakdown of the conflict of interest law, but I kept it in the drafts.
Okay.
So it was a year later, I said, you know what? I want to get back into sharing legal information.
Right.
So I had 5 threads on that topic. I said, now it's time to start sharing. Let me start putting them. I put thread 1 out. Okay, not bad. I put thread 2 out. Yes, and speaking is not bad. I put thread 3 out. I put thread 3 like this today evening.
Yes.
By tomorrow, it was nearing about 100,000 impressions. People were sharing it because it was talking about now how these politicians and public officers can't do some of those things they were doing chini ya maji, entrepreneuring and things like those. That law has kanyagad all those things. They can't come back and do that.
Yeah.
So some people did not like that we've anikaed what they can't do anymore.
Correct.
When I woke up now, the day after, my account was gone. Yes. It was gone, suspended.
They suspended your account?
Yes, in a way that you're told, don't even try opening another one. Tutaifunga.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, what happened? So there was a mass reporting of my account that it was spam. So when I asked 1 or 2 people, they told me, you know what happens? It's either they have agents online and they coordinate them, go and report this account.
Correct,
or
yes.
they use bots.
Right.
So when they said bots,
Could
I
be
remembered
both,
last year, you know, these people told me they can't pay me because there's a lot
the
of bot
bots,
activity.
yes. Then it clicked.
I said, oh, so my account has been under surveillance for a very long time. And I wondered how many other people. But now I talked to X, I appealed, and they saw truly there was no problem on my part.
Yes.
I got my account back in record time the same day. Okay. But you know, the day I woke up and found my account gone was my birthday.
Just for the dramatic effect.
Imagine.
They had to do some poetry
on
there.
my birthday.
Oh, God.
You don't know how that made me feel. I had plans on that day to take people down memory lane and say, you know, I started this, and now we are here, and now we want to on the.
I'm so sorry.
It was not a good day.
But now you're back. You're back at it.
Back.
Doing the thing.
Yes,
and the
yes. The thing is being done.
The thing is being done.
It is stinging.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. That's... And I'm glad you've brought about... You've brought it up, you know, this whole censorship. And I wanted to ask you, what other barriers? Because I'm sure there's somebody who might have something to say. might have something important and of value to society to say, but they just they can't seem to get over these barriers. We talk about censorship and things like they do not perhaps have the access to whatever it is. How do you ensure that you get past the barriers and make things happen for yourself, and you make sure that if you have something to say, you're going to say it regardless of what you have to face?
I think you have to have your why and be very solid in your why. My why has never been money. My why has never been many followers. My why has always to be to inform and to make legal information easily accessible. So with that in mind, even the growth that has been there, I usually say that's just luck and God's favor. Because I operate alone. There's no team. There's no researchers.
You are the team.
I am the team. So even now when life is busy, you will notice that my posts are not consistent because no one is there to research and to compile and to post.
Yeah.
So it comes to points when you're like, I'm doing all this and it's not paying me in any way. Why am I spending sleepless nights, like many nights in a row I'm not sleeping, trying to compile threads for people? It's because at the end of the day, it is what I would want to see. It's what I would want to know.
Right.
So I do it as if it was me I was giving this information to.
Yeah.
And whether or not only 2 people read it or 15,000 people read it, as long as someone has seen it and someone has gained something from it, I am good.
Right.
So your why will sustain you on those days when your account has been taken away on your birthday.
Right.
And you're wondering, do I just give up? Do I just go on? When the account was taken away, I would say, even if it doesn't come back, I will reinvest in a website. I will reinvest and put more time into Instagram, into TikTok. I wasn't going to stop.
Right.
So your why is very important, and let it be something that is not tied to materialistic gains, because those ones fluctuate, and there are times you will lack terribly.
Yeah.
So then how will you get back up?
Right.
So that's what keeps me going.
Okay. Coming back to legal awareness, so the work that you do is not just informing Kenyans or informing the public. Knowledge does not just end at knowledge, right? So I'm curious about how do your audience interact with the information that you give them? Does it translate into their day-to-day activities? Do you see the knowledge that you're giving translating and sort of transforming the way that they interact with not only the law, they also interact with democratic processes, they also interact with governance, they also interact with the transformation and development and all other things? So basically what I'm trying to get at is this, it's beyond just informing the public. You want to be able to see transformation beyond informing them. Yeah. So how have you seen that interaction translating?
So far, of course, the number one indicator is usually the reach you get with whatever you share on whichever platform. You can see impressions, you can see, okay, at least this number of people have come across this information. And I can't tell you which exact percentage of them didn't know it before, but they do know it now, and that's a plus. The other thing, when you get DMs here and there, or some people call you and say, you know what, I saw your thread on conflict, or I saw your thread on shift, or I heard you on a space talking about this, and thank you, I didn't know that, or thank you for the work you do with informing us. That it gives you morale, like, someone actually appreciates, and they learn something. For me, the most important thing is get out of there with something. Value addition.
Yeah.
And when you share this information, of course some people it's entertaining because it's shocking, and some of them but like there are programs that I do where we inform children of different age groups on different rights and processes that affect them, or that they can seek out when certain situations they're faced with certain situations. And from there you live there knowing that you have empowered a child, because they come to you and they say, my friend went through this and this. We didn't know at that time that we could do 1, 2, 3, or we could approach 1, 2, 3 people. Or, now we know if someone comes to us and this 1, 2, 3, we are going to 1, and then we're going to 2, and then we're going to 3. And that gives me so much joy.
Yeah.
Because as a child, I usually, I felt very alone most of the time. And I didn't know how or if anyone at all could ever like stand up for me, or if there was any way for me to have any sort of protection here and there.
Yeah.
So when I see empowered children, because now they have that knowledge, you can't tell me anything. That joy that is in my heart, just leave it.
Yeah.
And then now, when you share these random tidbits, you might share something about land laws, you might share something about the criminal process, and you find that it helps someone makes a decision. Because you might find someone didn't know that this is the process you follow if you want to register a business. This is the process you follow if you want to go and buy land. So small things like that, someone somewhere might come across and say, I was to go and look at this. I think I should follow. But I see nowadays more and more lawyers are coming out, especially on TikTok, and sharing, and some of them have a niche, like this one is land, this one is wills and trust. So even that helps people. There are people, you go there and you see comments and you see questions like, I was thinking of doing this, and they get help. So that for me, even if it's not me doing it, that makes me very happy. I am focused on matters governance mostly. So you'll find me talk about the law as it relates to politics, as it relates to governance, as it relates to institutions. Even the other day I did a thread on the multi-agency team. I won't say what I said here.
Go read it.
But if you go
read it, we read it
to my account, you will see one or two things. So the things that make citizens and the public aware of what is going on, the cons or the pros or the illegality of it, and how we can fix it, or just so you're aware and hold these people accountable to stop it. Correct. Even now there are people who are going through SHA records and seeing ghost dispensaries, clinics. That's also part of all this. It all comes to digital activism, because when you inform, you empower. Correct. When you have information, now you have a tool. Now it's up to you to decide, how am I going to use this tool? Because now I know this is what is supposed to happen. Now, this is how I can make this happen, or this is how I can come together with people and do it for ourselves, regardless of those people. Right. So information is equipping people so that they can now be empowered. And from there, now they can hold people accountable. They can demand better governance. And now you can go and now decide, this is my goal. I'm going to use this to get to this.
How do you think legal illiteracy sort of threatens our well-being as citizens?
In every way.
Right.
Because now we are an unhealthy citizen, if I can say that. Tunaugua kwa ICU because we don't have the meds. We don't even know where to get them. Not knowing the law and how it applies to you in your daily life, and even in how you're governed, leaves you blind and helpless. Because not only are you suffering, but you do not know the way out of your suffering. And that's worse. Because there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's worse than death. You are alive but dead. So we need to resurrect, so to speak, the citizenry. Like we said, when you're informed, you are empowered. The more informed the public is, the more the volume of people, of the citizenry, demanding accountability, the more undeniable that demand becomes. It becomes loud. It becomes something you cannot step on. You cannot diminish it. You can't put it out. You have no choice but to listen. The same way it happened with Finance Bill 2024. The same way it's happening with these SHA things now. The ministry is having to come and say, oh no, we don't have ghost workers. Oh yeah, these ones were ghost workers. We've taken them out. Why? Because people have made noise. People have, the same way we had it even in Nigeria with the EndSARS thing. People literally crowdsourced documentation and came together with all this evidence in a way that made it impossible for the government to ignore this situation. They had to come and say, okay, now we're going to look at it and we're going to take care of it. That's fine. Then. So it helps. The more people are informed, the more of us can come together.
Yeah.
The more of us can come together to demand accountability and for systems to function right, the harder it is to ignore our voice and our hands, especially because they are backed by law. Especially because they are backed by law. So there's every right, all grounds to demand for this. It will be a beautiful day when everyone is walking around here saying, my MP can't do this because the constitution and because this other law. So that guy needs to act right before I go to his office with my friends on Monday.
Yeah.
And there's people with their friends every day at that office saying, you're not acting according to ukicheza pia tutakutoa. People also know, you should know you have that power to remove people. Don't be afraid. When I go to these forums, like on 27th of August, I was at it was Katiba Day. And we were commemorating it with the Kenya Christian Professionals Forum. And there were a few guests. I was on a panel. And I won't say I was on a panel. There were two people. There was a lady and a guy.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with the lady.
Okay.
Because she's a very, very high up person.
Okay.
Who has been in these systems and these institutions for many years, probably before even some of us were born. But when we had that opportunity to talk candidly about where the Constitution has excelled and where there are still shortcomings up to now in the 15 years it has been in existence, she was very, very, intentional on not bad-mouthing the government. Of course, yes, she's at a government institution right now, but I don't think that should stop you from saying what is wrong. It was so obvious that me and the fellow panelists, there were those awkward moments because you can find I'm saying something and then the moment she takes the mic, she goes like, systems are there, they're working. I don't know what this young lady is saying. First of all, I felt very disrespected.
And dismissed.
I'm an advocate. I have been called to the panel on merit. I was literally the youngest person there. And then it shows you also the other challenge we face when you come out here as young people to try and do something and make a difference. Those are the mindsets we meet. Someone who doesn't want to do anything that might jeopardize their career now or their future prospects. Mind you, you've already had quite the CV. You should be mentoring young people. You should be mentoring young people to come and take up space unapologetically and point out what is wrong without fear and demand and work towards doing better. But there you are on a panel with someone who has earned their respect, publicly putting me down, saying, I don't know what the young lady said. I'm sorry, what? I'm saying how we are, freedom of expression and whatnot are being thwarted. I'm saying how institutions are failing. I'm saying how there's no independence. But you want to come here and insist, the laws are there, the constitution is there, it's just implementation. Implementation is where it's wrong. There are bad people everywhere. Yes, we know. But we are saying they must work. The law says they must work. If they are bad people, get them out. Why don't you want to say what is wrong? The other panelist was very candid. Very senior person also. Who say, in this institution, we don't have funding. We don't have resources. We have external interference. So you get to understand, now I see why that institution does not work as it should. Even as a citizen, you stop now attacking those people in the institutions because you have a better understanding of their challenges that they are facing. You can now come together and say, how do we tackle this together? But then if you have this person who wants to gaslight you and tell you, by the way, there's nothing wrong, it's just the people. The laws are there, they work fine, it's just the people. And then what?
No, it's unfortunate, and I think during the Katiba Day we had so many questions and conversations around socializing of the Kenyan Constitution, and I think it's I mean, first of all, the conversation today is not about the Constitution. And so we will talk about it just a little bit later. But I wanted to talk about AI and the intersection of artificial intelligence and the law.
Yes.
At what point do these two intersect in your own experience, and perhaps how do we prepare for a future, or rather a present moment, where these two are going to be the
See
same?
how I'm excited.
I know you're so giddy. You're so giddy about it. But before you answer, let's take a quick breather. When she comes back, she will tell us this thing that she's so excited about. But a quick shout out to Dishon Jesse. He's watching. Tell us where you're watching from. Make up with a fire emoji. We are still here with the one, the only illustrious lawyer Dorah. We are having a conversation about the amazing and brilliant work that she's doing with her platform on Let's Talk Law KE. Before we go on the break, I had asked her what are the points of intersection between artificial intelligence and the law, and she's going to tell us just a little bit later.
Or a lot.
She's going to tell us a lot about it when we come back from this break. Coming up next is some Dumbala, so please stick around. We will see you in just a bit. See you in a while.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Okay, living in the sky, mingling with the clouds. I'm so far high, I can't even see the ground. I take a look down and see these niggas frowning and wondering how I pass, and how these kids counting more money than them, getting girls than them. You can say I'm supernatural like that nigga Ben 10. You can call me a lion and the game is my den. I guess it's my time, ask Big Ben. Youngin' in the game, style so insane. Rap futuristic, computer like brain. I said it once before, ain't here for the fame. I'm just here to make a point so you remember my name. Rap remains an art that ain't need any brushes, and not many got the gift of golden touches. And that's why I give thanks for what I got, and I know one day I'ma hit the top spot, Jay.
Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my tap, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh.
Okay, I'm just a young kid from the 254. They say you only live once, you ain't gotta tell me more. That's why I get it all day and blow it all night. And I'll be living my life and everything is alright. See me and my girl Sage, we party all night, posted in a VIP. We shining so bright, all the bottles on me. Put your money all aside, everything is all free. Decide just ride. Yeah, so sip some and get high. You can even roll one, relax and just glide. Yeah, or you can get up on the dance floor, shake some, grab a girl, but I ain't pay for. Look, I don't dance, but I do my thing. I let my girl dance for me instead while a nigga sing. Cause when he leave the club and hop in the bed, it's like a ring. Man, I beat it all night, I turned it to a fiend.
Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my tap, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh. I just like to be me. High like a bird, I like to be free. I don't break the rules, I make my own seed. I just
Wake up, do it, be me.
So be yourself, to hell with all the rules. I don't follow no footsteps, I make them as I move. I said it once and I don't really like repeating. I'm the best at what I do, if you don't like it, nigga, beat it.
never been in my shoes, better tell me nothing. Life is for the living and there ain't no stopping. This is for the ones not afraid to do something.
Yes, I'm winning and I did it and I found it and I got it.
Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my tap, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh. Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my tap, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh, eh, eh.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Think you can have.
F what a hater say, sipping on that haterade. I'm tipsy off that Tangeray and Alizé, I'm hella paid. Pair of J's on me as I hit the stage, hella bait. Toast to the hard work, so every day we celebrate. I'm just a dream chaser trying to reach paper. A few years ago, you know we hadn't seen better, so I had to get up. Hustling never seemed better. I'm fed up, but it won't get the best of me, my nigga. I live a fast life, if you can see. Mula team holding down Africa from the east, please. You know we're trying to stack up all the G's, getting money overseas. Mikey Tony had a dream, Luther King, we believe.
And if I'm gonna make it worth it, then I gotta go hard. Got my city on my back, if you feel me, holla back. I do it for the 2-5 low. We hold it down,
Boom, we down, you know we holding it down.
we hold it down,
Boom, we down, you know we holding it,
we hold it down,
Boom, we down, you know we holding it down.
hold it down.
Boom, we down, you know we holding it, holding it. See, I gotta get that dough. Your money been the motive. Mama told me take it slow, boy. Keep your options open. Now we be all up inside your TV. With a couple more beanies while we treat them haters like Stevie. Stevie wonder why these niggas bother anymore. Tell your tripper shopper man, Kabungari better know that we swaggy, nigga out your swaggy. Tucci's rolling doobies with some beanies in the backseat. But I don't trust these bitches. I don't trust these bitches. I don't trust these bitches, cause they might catch me slipping. But you already know, can't moolah, that's that 2-5 flow. Yeah, now boom, we down. You know we holding it, holding it.
And if I'm gonna make it worth it, then I gotta go hard. Got my city on my back, if you feel me, holla back. I do it for the 2-5 low. We hold it down,
Boom, we down. You know we holding it down.
hold it down,
Boom, we down. You know we holding it, holding it.
hold it down,
Boom, we down. You know we holding it down.
hold it down.
I swear I've been waiting for this moment since I was 12 now. Rock a snapback, folk a fitted, let your brain smile. And we just glad you finally listened cause you chose style. 5 mighty kids been on a mission while they talk slime. You spit, I vomit, have you on it, dog, I breathe rhymes. No Superman, just rapaholic, see my team shines. So now I'm sipping gin and tonic, we don't squeeze limes. Cause life's been bitter for a nigga, but I'm still fine. Ha-ah, ha-ah, hey. I hope you learn the basics. Boy, them A to Z's, your 1 to 3s ain't talking about the Matrix. Thanks to KOC, oh yes indeed, I've graduated to MC. Living my dreams, glory to G.O.D.
And if I'm gonna make it worth it, then I gotta go hard. Got my city on my back, if you feel me, holla back. I do it for the 2-5 low. We hold it down,
Boom, we down. You know we holding it down.
hold it down,
Boom, we down. You know we holding it, holding it.
hold it down.
Boom, we down. You know we holding it down.
Hold it down,
Boom, we down. You know we holding it, holding it.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Baby, don't go. So baby, don't cry, 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 cry.
Ladies, feel me.
Baby, say my name.
Kunguru Misalini.
Can you feel the pain, 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 pain?
I know that you're fed up. Sing along.
I will never let you down.
Natini yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Natini nesoga.
I will never let you down.
Natini nyodoga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Natini setoga. Baby, fikiria kila siku mina kupara. Najua wanipenda sana, mbona unadai? I can see you fly, niko chini bado nitarai. Figa yako ndio mzuri sana, adhiambo. Wajua kupepesa, hizo sianda. Dear Jesus, I never knew I met an angel. Baby girl, wange dongo dongo nega heri. Donyi lepi nyisadendi, tomona weri.
I will never let you down.
Natini yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Natini nesoga. sexy girl, jabe, don't touch me, kiss me, so ika. Najua wanipenda sana, mbona kweli wananyima hizo vitu we. Nyakini dongi ngena manyigata heriga, iyengo nagi kwalo na jaber. Ndonami, wange dongo tingo na gonde so na jaber.
I will never let you down.
Nyakini yengo ga.
I will never make you cry.
Nyakini neso ga.
I will never let you down.
Nyakini nyodo ga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Nyakini secho
So
ga.
baby, don't go. Never give up.
I know that you fed up.
Won't you say yeah?
Heriga, amaniga, adwariga.
Can you feel the pain?
I know, Miss Lady, sing along.
Kama wanipenda basi nionyeshe.
Nashinda ni kwa nini kila siku tupigana.
Kama unitaki basi niambie.
Nitafanya nini ama dunia ni hame.
Najua wanitaka mbona wajifanya.
Mimi nakupenda anza leo mpaka mwisho.
Wachana mambo zao wanaona wivu.
Show me what your mama gave to you.
I will never let you down.
Nyakini yengo ga.
I will never make you cry.
Nyakini neso ga.
I will never let you down.
Nyakini nyodo ga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Nyakini secho ga.
I will never let you down.
Nyakini yengo ga.
I will never make you cry.
Nyakini neso ga.
I will never let you down.
Nyakini nyodo ga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Nyakini secho ga.
Baby, don't go. So baby, don't cry. Baby, say my name. Can you feel the pain?
From sunrise to sunset. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. That is Mr. Lenny with Don't Go. It's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show with me and Wanyoike. I'm still here in conversation with the one, the only lawyer, Dorah. She's in the building. And before we got into a short music break, we had, I had asked her a question about what is the intersection between artificial intelligence and the law?
You see, I've even put my glasses
Yes, please. Take us there. Tell us, yes.
Oh my God, I think the opportunities are seriously endless. And why I'm so enthusiastic about it is because just over a year ago, I gave a keynote speech on literally the same thing at the LSK annual conference for 2024.
Okay.
And the Youth Lawyers Forum had a topic ongoing, a general theme on AI in the legal profession. And now my presentation was specifically on how AI can help improve efficiency and excellence in the legal profession. So some of the things I remember highlighting were it's a very, very, very helpful tool, like anything else that we use. And it, of course, the usual, save you time. It'll save you resources. People like me who are solopreneurs, it'll save you a number of things. However, there are things to look out for. Because as much as it does all these things, it's still not human. There's this thing called nuances.
Right.
You know how you can see things and know that it's not completely black and white. There are a few gray areas here and there. That's one of our unique traits as human beings. And those are the things that AI cannot replace.
Right.
It cannot replace the being able to see the nuances. It cannot replace the being able to make judgments from a more compassionate, a more human point of view. And but once you understand that, and you understand that AI can also have something called hallucinations, where it can literally just pick things out of thin air.
And
feed
come
you.
up with something.
I have personal beef with this AI called DeepSeek. We have beef. I hear people who do coding like it. Me personally, I would ask it for things, and it will just keep saying how I should tell the audience that I asked ChatGPT and it gave me wrong answers.
Oh my
So I don't know what beef
they have going on. These chips,
And then taking law quotations or citations from thin air, giving you sections of law that do not even exist. So you still have to be very, very careful when you use AI, and you still need to double check your work.
Correct.
And now, in terms of resources, like I can speak for myself. Like, let's talk Law Kenya. I do everything myself for now. It has really, really helped me save on time when it comes to research. And when it comes to just getting my thoughts together and getting one output that encompasses everything I would like to do with the information I have. You just enter a very comprehensive prompt and everything is outlined as you would like it. Where you would spend maybe an hour or more trying to compile, trying to decide, okay, in what order, and then also money. Enough said. Money.
Always.
Yes. But there's a few areas where we have to be careful.
Yes.
Last year, when I was at the LSK annual conference, I was there in partnership with a company called eSheria, and they provide AI services for legal practitioners, and also anyone who just wants to know about the Kenyan law.
Okay.
Very good application.
Yeah.
However, while you were there, the vice president of the East Africa Law Society came and asked us a couple of questions, and one really stuck with me. In fact, on an oncoming podcast that we have with Senior Counsel Charles Kanjama, I posed the same question to him. And the VP of East Africa Law Society said, there are things that by law, an advocate or a lawyer is required to do. There are those agreements that a lawyer must look at and sign off.
Yes.
There are those things, even if it's not just by law, there's experience that a lawyer comes with, and the workings of some systems and processes that they may be privy to out of practice that you as a common mwananchi may not. So he was saying, especially those things that the law says a licensed advocate is the one who must carry out these undertakings. When someone who is not an advocate goes to your platform and tries to look for this information to do it for themselves, what stops them? Because a lot of mistakes and a lot of damages can come from them just doing it themselves, and there'll be no one to hold accountable. Again, will they come and hold your company accountable? Can they hold AI accountable if something goes wrong? And what about the law that has been contradicted, the one that says an advocate must do this? How do you then deal with that?
Right.
And in another way, I saw it as it's good protection to have such how are they called, firewalls, so that you can have a way where it's things that should be done by lawyers, it's only accessible to licensed people. So he was asking them, maybe AI companies can liaise with Law Society of Kenya so that for some things to access on your AI applications, someone puts in their license number and then they get the information. But I was 50-50.
About it?
Yes.
Why?
Because yes, we do need to have mechanisms that protect consumers, that protect those who do need protecting and are seeking out legal services. But is this also a way to make sure that lawyers do not miss out on the opportunities that they do for people to come to them and pay them? Because the more people have access to this, the less they will be going to lawyers, unless it's for very complex things. So is it just a way to try and keep gatekeeping these services? Or is there actually a need to put in mechanisms to protect people? So is that there's that is still in the air right now. We haven't really got a clear way forward on how AI is going to be handled and structured in the legal profession in Kenya. Right now, everyone is just experimenting.
Trying to figure it out.
Yes. However, when I pose this question to Senior Counsel Kanjama, you'll see it in the podcast. For him, he's always been someone pro-innovation. So you're saying him and someone who thinks like him, very happy when a client comes and says, I actually looked this up. I went and talked to AI about it. This is what it told me. This is what I have understood. So he was saying he's happy when that happens. A client has taken initiatives. They have gained an understanding of their case and situation. So they are coming there, even when you start explaining to them, it's not completely Greek. So again, it depends on the person, because there's someone else who'll be like, why did you even go there? And you could have just come to me and I tell you how. Now look, you've gone and confused yourself. It's like going to WebMD. Now you've come here, you think you have cancer.
Correct.
When it's not the case. So it's it's mostly very helpful, but then there are still some parts of it that need a further examination so that things are streamlined for both lawyers and also now people who seek out legal services. Yes.
Wow, I love that. And of course, the other thing that we, has just recently happened, but has always been happening really, it's just that we don't hear such high profile cases with the legal field, is the assassination of lawyer Chalombobu.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, may his soul rest in peace. But the conversation around it was, it's like a crackdown of the legal fraternity here. And I wonder what your take on such matters is.
Well, for one, as a young lawyer, it's scary.
I know.
It's scary.
Yeah.
First of all, there's all sorts of information coming from all corners. They usually hear, oh, he was a bad person. Oh, he was a very good lawyer. You're in some of these groups with senior advocates and you hear them saying how throughout his career he's done amazing things, professionally speaking, can't speak on his personal life. And so you're left there wondering if someone that established, that connected, who has achieved so much can be taken down in such a heartless, cruel, and honestly condescending manner. What about the rest of us? That guy got shot down in public during the day. And he was not small fish. During the day.
Yeah.
So, me crying about an account of 13,000 dollars.
Yeah.
You're saying, as small fish, the small things we are trying, this is already how they're coming for us.
Yeah.
Accounts getting suspended, sometimes suspicious activity near or outside your homes. The big fish are getting shot
in broad
daylight. What pathway do we have to even try to make a difference? It's like telling us, don't even bother. Don't even try to do good. Don't even try to stand out. You're trying to make a difference to be. We're going to cut you down. Whether you're down here or up there, we're going to cut you down. That was the message personally that came to me, and it made me both very angered.
Yeah.
And it also gave me a sort of feeling of helplessness. But then at the same time, they can't kill all of us. And if they could, there would be more of his friends we are mourning right now, which we are not, thank God. But I wonder if there's more that as a legal fraternity we could do. After he died, the LSK president organized like a protest and a march. They even held a moment of silence for him. And I thought that was really great. But since then,
we've not had anything.
Even if things are ongoing investigations or the court, we don't know.
Yeah.
Now, how first of all can we help in such a situation? We've already seen, okay, the top lawyers are at it, they've gathered, they've talked about it, but the rest of us, we are left just like, okay, we have to wait and see how the case proceeds. We have to, and most of the time we don't see justice, or it takes so long. So I think we need to sit down and come up with a clear way forward that one encourages those who are behind not to lose hope and not to be scared, and still keep on in their journeys, whether it's justice, whether it's informing.
Right.
Don't be made afraid.
Right.
And then the other way is to discuss what pathway is there to protect people, and not in the grandest of sense, the very, very basics. If you have, now I'm speaking for lawyers because he was a lawyer. If you have a lawyer who is following up on matters, sometimes we don't even know the matters that they're dealing with are big matters, but they're not talked about, so we don't know. But within the ranks, there are people who are of the same ranks, of the same peers. They talk to each other. What if we keep each other close and we have mechanisms and pathways for which we can help each other in case we get into that kind of trouble? If, let's say it's Sisi wa young lawyers, sasa Pachini, if we get into trouble for something you posted online, if you get into trouble for something you said at a forum or in the public, what quick ways can you follow to reach your colleagues, and what help can they give when you reach them? Very simple, very basic, from the ground up. Then from there we build those pathways at each rank, and with a good hierarchy, so that if anything happens to any advocate anywhere, or if they feel they're in any kind of danger, they can make a kind of report or appeal. using this pathway to this person, and they know that it has been noted.
Yeah.
And if there is need for follow-up, this is how they can follow up. And they know that they are protected and there are people who are on their case, so that you don't feel so alone. I think that's one place we can start and build upon, and even explore now more things we can use and tools we can use.
Fair enough. Lawyer Dorah, unfortunately, we have come to the end of our show today. Please, you have to come back again, because this is not a conversation we can get done in 1 hour's time. But as we wrap up our conversation today, just your clarion call to young people. I mean, you've created a whole platform so that you can bridge the gap. But I know that when it comes to them being proactive about what you're putting out there, it's really up to them. The responsibility. Yes, all of us have a responsibility, but it also is up to the responsibility of your audience to sort of interact and translate the information that you're putting out there. So what would your parting shot be, speaking into that? And again, tell the people why it is that they need to follow all your platforms, why they need to follow all your pages and interact with your content, because I think everybody should. Everybody should hop on.
You're it.
Clock it.
Yes. I hear this one is for clocking, this one is for clapping.
Oh, this is clocking, this is clapping.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Gen Z.
We are learning.
Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think there's something my good mentor, again, Senior Counsel Kanjama, said on the podcast that's coming up in a couple of days about sort of the same question. And he said, eternal vigilance. I thought that was such a beautiful way to put it. Yeah.
Eternal vigilance.
Eternal vigilance.
Wow.
The law is there, and through that we have the tools. Now, we can talk about how there's just bad people there, or we thought they were good, they got there, and things have, tables have. But then, at the end of the day, it's up to us to keep up with how we can put them in check. So we have to keep on our toes 24/7, because ni sisi tunaumia. So we have to be vigilant. And according to him, eternally, it doesn't end. In fact, it keeps increasing. Because when you think about it this way, us right now here, suffering, like for most youth right now, trying to think of prospects for the future, it seems like, hey, how do I even start? Things are so tough.
Right.
Getting jobs. So even now, there are people who we were admitted to the bar with that haven't got a job or haven't got a good job. Like, how do you fix that?
Yeah.
Gotta breathe. So it's up to us to use the tools available to us to always be on our toes and keep the people who need to be kept in check.
Right.
Always.
Powerful.
Let's not be ignorant to the tools that we have. That's why you follow pages like mine. That's why you seek out not just mine. There are others who talk about many other facets of governance, of the law. Seek them out. They will help you. You even just knowing changes your perception. Even before you do anything, it changes how you think. It changes how you feel about the power you have within your own country. You stop being a slouched citizen like this, feeling like, watu ni wakubwa sana, tuwezi wafikia, tuwezi. No. You now say, actually, I have the power to demand for this because these people are working for me, not the other way around. So for me, it's to reiterate what Senior had said. Tusichoke. And then tusikubali kuuziwa uoga. Because that is what they want. They benefit. When we are illiterate legally, even if they don't mean to keep us illiterate, that illiteracy serves those who abuse power.
Yes.
It serves those who steal from us.
Yeah.
So let's take that power away from them by taking the effort and the time to be informed. When you follow, it's at Let's Talk Law KE on X, on TikTok, on Instagram, you will find from time to time, I share about the laws that have been passed recently. I also make commentaries on things happening outside the country and how they can affect us in our country. And I also just make commentaries on simple, quick things that are happening from day to day. You will get an understanding that you won't see from any other platform. Because one thing I love to do is ask questions.
Yeah.
And anytime I come across something, I have an endless list of questions. In fact, my problem is usually, what do I put out?
And what do there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yes.
So if you follow those platforms, you can also make requests. In fact, some things I have shared have been at the requests of others. Because again, there's a lot to talk about. So even me, sometimes I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because I have work, I have these other branding and maneno things, I have legal work, and then I'm coming and say, okay, this has happened. What do I inform people about? So when people make requests, I know this is what people want to know. Like right now, I have pending requests on the data privacy thing with Safaricom. There was an episode of that NTV murder tapes, I think something.
Yes.
A couple of episodes people want clarification on. So now when I go to look at the next LTL content, I'll know this is what people want to hear about. I'll start with that. In fact, there'll be threads coming on those so you can follow so that you can see them.
Yeah.
When my ex account got taken away, I realized I had let the other platforms sleep, so to speak. So there will be more time invested into Instagram and into TikTok. So from this week, you will see more coming on there. And each platform has different ways in which information is relayed.
Yes.
But most of the information is on X because there I can go and write at any time about anything. So that's the main platform for now until we have a website coming in a few months.
All right.
Yes. So make sure you follow and be informed.
Let's talk Low Kenya or
yes.
KE on all platforms.
Yes.
And also they should follow you. Why not?
I think I'm so used to just presenting myself with the work that I'm doing. Like, I forget that there's me.
I build outrun me.
Yes, let the work speak.
Let the work speak for myself. Please follow her as well, Lawyer Dorah.
Yes, Lawyer Dorah with a H.
With a H at the end,
Yes.
Thank you for clarification. But this has been such a delight. And we are so proud of the work that you're doing. It's really incredible seeing young women taking up space.
Yes.
And also creating space for other young women to interact. So thank you so much for the privilege of your time.
Thank you so much.
And when we call you again, you'll come.
Call me every week.
At this point, we just have a special segment for viewers.
We come discuss many things about the law. Make it fun, make it interesting.
Exactly. All right. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Yes, and to everybody that was able to join us this morning, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. A big and special shout out to Dishon Jesse, anasema he was watching from Westlands, anasema keep what you're doing Dorah, mafans tuko wengi. Shout out to the Power Radio team, kazi safi sana. Thank you so much, Dishon, for making the time to spend your morning with us on the Power Morning Drive Show. Haya basi mie sina la ziada. It has been such a good time having y'all. We will see you on Wednesday, and this Wednesday I have the privilege of sitting down with fiscal and policy analyst Mr. Stephen Osedo. We are going to be looking at the intersection between activism and what it has to do with socio-economic and political development in Kenya. So see you on Wednesday, that's the 24th, from 8 a.m. all the way till 10 a.m. I leave you in the very safe and capable hands of Caroline Murote. She comes in with Shiva Sessions from 11 a.m. all the way till 1 p.m. And then, of course, our advocate of the house, our resident wakili, Mr. James Wanyoike, comes in with Sharia Dive from 5 p.m. all the way till 7 p.m. Later on today. So please do keep it Power Radio. Na mimi tutaonana Wednesday. Bye for now.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Kosi uradi nipate nimechill na kabinti, form ni mingi hadi anashanga na sisi kila siku ya wiki. Get tipsy na nikiget dough na blow it all on the whiskey. Jack DJ me na blame it on the Henny. We started out slow, nilikuwa jem levy, ish too crazy, kukumbuka siwezi. Nilijiget home juu ya bed nimeblex. Si masoni mangire zime nice, dem moja wawile zime nice, na matas kama pile zime nice, mara kwanza ya pile zime nice. Si masoni mangire zime nice, dem moja wawile zime nice, na matas kama pile zime nice, mara kwanza ya pile zime nice, zangu zime nice,
nipe microtesi kalamu. Huu muziki ndiyo kazi na ufanya kwa hamu. Juu nateka mali kama Boko Haram, na ikijipa basi nitawandalia karamu. Bash mara that tunakuja chap chap, tunakuja na gode teipa tap tap. Ati shorty wants to take a snap, asha to a top, asha nikaliza lap.
Simasoni mangire, zime nice. Dem moja wawile, zime nice. Na matasi kama pile, zime nice. Mara ya kwanza ya pile, zime nice. Simasoni mangire, zime nice. Dem moja wawile, zime nice. Na matasi kama pile, zime nice. Mara ya kwanza ya pile, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice. Me nimechele na debak, juu watu uko mbele wako maji kama tap. Na kesho niko wax, bavenye zime nice, itabidi nimeflash mdosi. Aki call back, akianani sio koti. Niko kando ufa na kelele ya mboki. Kama ni mgori, basi kesi badai. Wow, niko cloud 9, wase niko high. Simasoni mangire, zime nice. Dem moja wawile, zime nice. Na matasi kama pile, zime nice. Mara ya kwanza ya pile, zime nice. Simasoni mangire, zime nice. Dem moja wawile, zime nice. Na matasi kama pile, zime nice. Mara ya kwanza ya pile, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice, zime nice, zime nice. Zangu zime nice.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Pawa